What's up, everybody? It's your girl Bree Flemons, and I'm back with another Gem Social tutorial. I'm super excited to be here because, wow, I've been seeing some small brands to mid-tier brands growing excellent on Gem Social, and especially during the month of September, I've been seeing some impressive things, and I'm really excited to come here and just share a few tips on how you could be successful with influencer marketing as well. But today we're going to talk about why you should be using one of the tools that I feel like is very underrated on our platform. And I'm going to use it from our mobile app, but please keep in mind that we are available on web and on iOS app store. And today that tool is going to be the campaign tool. Wow, it is so underused. And to be honest, if you're not using the campaign metrics tool, you really don't exactly know what influencer that you've booked is really converting the best content. And this doesn't just have to be influencers. This could also even be on your page too. You can really see, what post, for example, is really doing well. So I'm just going to hover over to my phone and start recording. I have a client account up that's approved for our recording. Now, if you're on the web currently, like let's say you're signed into your Gem Social web account, just hover over to campaigns and you'll see what I'm talking about. So right now we're under the campaigns tool or the tracking tool. So if you're on the app, just click on track. If you're on the web, just click on campaigns. And we're going to create a campaign. Right now, we actually have this managed service client for a conference that's coming out in the fall in Mission, Texas. And we're doing a fall pre-event promotion campaign. Now, your campaign might be different. Maybe you are dropping some stuff for Halloween, for like a holiday sale. Thanksgiving's coming up, Christmas, so many holidays are coming up, especially in different, ethnic groups. So I would just make sure that you are creating campaigns around this time because this is when people are looking to shop, get gifts, decorate their homes. There's so many reasons why you could be winning, whether you are an event, whether you are selling a product, selling a service, and so on. And for this campaign description, right, this is where you should be describing your campaign goals. So for our client, our campaign goals is to attract new attendees via influencer marketing, increase conversion rate for RSVPs. I'm just putting something pretty simple. This is where you're going to put your redirect URL. So in this case, just because I don't know theirs off of the top of my head and I don't have that copied and saved, for now I'm just going to put HTTPS Gem Social, but I will go in and change this for the client after this recording. And because I want to protect their information, it's not really for me to put out here. And I actually we're starting to get influencers now, so I'm just going to put today as the start date, and then the campaign goals for us, we're trying to generate sales and conversions because they're selling tickets. And then here's where you can add creators. Now I'm going to just create the campaigns without that because right now, once we actually solidify all the creators that want to pre-promote this event, then we'll add them in. So now we have this campaign up, and now we're going to click on view. If you are on your website, probably will view it better because it's on a desktop, but we did make it so you can still review the data on the actual mobile app. Now, when you actually add in creators here, right, it's super important for you to know this. When you add creators here, this is where you can actually track the influencers, platform that they're promoting on. So let's say TikTok for this person, the views, their likes. But the most important thing to me is the clicks because that's the conversions. So when you do add a creator, so let's say I add myself because I am going to promote the conference on TikTok. So I'm just going to put Bree Flemings and then my at name, Bree Flemings. And I'm just going to click update campaign. Now I'll be added right here. I'm going to be posting on TikTok. And then what's going to happen is, boom, click on this right here. The link is copied. You should be giving this link to the creator because that is going to be their tracking link. So when they put in this tracking link on their, let's say their link tree or somewhere in their bio, you will be able to track every click that this particular creator has gotten for you through their content. And then action wise, if you get the actual link, right, to the video, which you should through the platform, you'll get that. When you actually get the link to the video, that they put up to post, for example, here, the event. So if I post about this festival/conference that's coming out, I'm going to make sure that the link is right here so I can track all of that data. And imagine if I have 10 influencers, right, in this campaign, which I already am solidifying 10 influencers for this campaign, right? Then I'll be able to go onto this tool and see who is getting me the most conversions, who's getting me the most views, who's getting me the most comments. See, to know what is a winning campaign is to know what your goals were. In this goal, it was literally generating conversions and sales. So that means that I should be tracking the most clicks. I won't care about all the views and shares and while all those metrics are great, what's really going to help me know if this is winning is the conversions. But let's say that this is an awareness campaign. Maybe you just want people to be aware about it. Then that's when you can look at views, comments, and shares, because that's showing how interested they are in actually sharing the details of this campaign. So I say this to say, you want to make sure you're using this tool because, especially as it generates data, you're able to make decisions. And the whole point of Gem Social is for you to make data-driven decisions from the time that you select creators, from the time that you source them, hire them, and execute campaigns. You don't want to just book creators and then that's it, and then sit back and wait for things to happen. You need to be going in here and using the full abilities of our tool, right, that you're paying for it, right, to make sure that it's winning. Because let's say that there's 10 people, like I said, on here, and 3 of them got me over, I don't know, let's say 500 clicks each. Then I know that those 3 out of those 10 creators did a really good job. I need to go back and look at their content again, see what they did in particularly, and then I'm going to likely, 1, buy their content usage rights so that way I can run an ad for this actual client approved by their budget, maybe throw $100 behind it to literally go straight back to where we want them to purchase tickets, which would likely be their website, right? And then another thing outside of that is I can actually even use this in the future, because if this client wants to reuse this video in the future to promote the same event, we already know that it worked. So I say this to say, make sure that you're using this campaign tool, because this can work if you're an event. This can work if you are selling a product. This can work if you're selling a service. When you see and find winning pieces of content, you want to make sure you own that content and reuse them. But if you're not using this tool, you're kind of just playing the guessing game. As I mentioned before, just because you're a small brand doesn't mean that you can't make big brand moves. You can literally do the same thing that these big brands do, but you need to get your mindset prepared to make sure that you're doing the work behind it. And as you can see, this video hasn't even been 10 minutes. So 10 minutes of your time every week checking this tool, making sure you make these updates, it's worth it when you can help make your brand $1 billion or $1 million business, or even this year or going into 2026, a 6-figure business. But it's small things like this that we can't miss out on as a brand. This tool will help you literally make data-driven decisions. So if you're interested, make sure that you're using it. If you're already a subscriber, make sure you're using it. Always reach out if you have any questions about the tool or any suggestions that you need to make better data-driven decisions, and we got you. I'm your girl, Bree Flemings. I'm the founder of Gem Social, and I look forward to the next episode with you so we can drop some more tips on how you guys can grow with influencer marketing. I'll check you out later. And if you are, by the way, if you are interested in Gem Social and have not signed up, you can sign up and you can use a free trial. We'll hook you up. And then after that, reach out to us if you have any questions, because we'll schedule a one-on-one with you or a demo call. Talk to you later.